Alright, we back in the lab. It's gonna be a bit of a different video. It's gonna be a Black Ops 6 beta review overall because it's the end of week 1 and week 2 is gonna start up, I think, probably like Friday or Saturday. I don't know when I'm dropping this. I'm recording this on Thursday, so hopefully I get this out on Friday before the next week starts, but probably not. Anyways, we're gonna get right into it. I spent a lot of time playing this beta. I, obviously got to level 20. It's not that hard, and I got a few of the guns, leveled up. Played on every map, used every kill streak. I've had the full beta experience, and I have to say to even preface the video, to even start off my thoughts, compared to the other Call of Duty betas, because I've played. I've been playing Call of Duty since I don't know, Black Ops 1. Since Black Ops 1, we had Black Ops 1 the Wii. Yeah, we used to play Black Ops 1 on the Wii, bro. That's crazy. Way back in the day. And then my first Xbox, we had Xbox 3, we had the 360. First Call of Duty game on there, I think, was MW2. I think it was classic MW2, and then we had Modern Warfare 3. I never played World at War. I played every Call of Duty game since Black Ops, right? So I've experienced everything modern wise, and I played Modern Warfare Remastered when it was remastered, right? So I believe the first beta, what was it, Black Ops 3? I think Black Ops 3 had the first beta. I don't know if I'm wrong about that, but I remember Black Ops 3's beta. It was great. Okay, completely different game though. It was one of those betas where it was a completely different game from the final game. And ever since then, it's the betas have been closer and closer to the final game once the game comes out, because they drop it I don't know, a month in advance, probably a month or 2 months before the actual game comes out. So in a sense, it's essentially the exact same game. However, back to Black Ops 6, compared to the other betas, Black Ops 6 has honestly have to be the worst experience that I've had, or my friends have had, or my siblings, because we all play Call of Duty. The worst experience that we've had playing a beta. I kid you not, that it's not a joke. It makes no sense really when you really think about it, because they quote unquote had 4 years to make this game. But the beta drops and it's fucking just, connection is terrible. Everything, there's, most of the guns are garbage except for the Jackal. It's the most broken gun ever. And obviously in every beta there's been broken guns. World War II, the bar was broken. Black Ops 3, the Razorback was broken at first. Black Ops 4, I forgot what was broken in that one. Infinite Warfare, Infinite Warfare is garbage. But most of the betas had really broken guns, but never to the point where everyone is only using this single gun. Everyone is only using the Jackal PDW, and it's insane. I don't get it. Anyway, yeah, it was not a good experience. Just not a really good experience. Not really satisfying. I feel the game itself, they have a good basis. They have a good starting point for a game. But other than that, they have the mold. They just need to create. They just need to improve, polish. You know what I'm saying? That SpongeBob episode where he has the marble. They have to be the marble, and they're not being the marble right now. They're not doing that, because I don't know what they thought. Especially, I don't know what they thought in terms of the community's enjoyment. Because for some reason, and this has been an overall problem with most of the betas, they always showcase their worst maps. I don't get it. The maps are always the worst of the bunch. It makes no sense really to me. It's maybe they don't know, maybe they have no clue what's good and what's bad, so they just throw anything out there. They feel oh, this might be good, maybe the community will probably enjoy this one. But you know, it's like when an artist drops a single to their album, you know, they feel like that's the biggest song. Next thing you know, you listen to the whole album and it's like 14 songs deep, a deep cut. It's like the best song on the album, but that's all personal preference. You know, it's all subjective. So maybe to them, they think that these are good maps. But I gotta tell you, these maps were not good. These maps were not good. They're not as bad as like Call of Duty Ghosts or Call of Duty Ghosts or like the Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 2019, not 2019. Modern Warfare 2, the new one. Modern Warfare 2, the new one, terrible maps. 2019, also terrible maps. Modern Warfare 3 don't count, it's just remastered. NW2 maps. But Infinite Warfare had decent ones. But Ghosts, the new Modern Warfares, Cold War had decent maps, but like out of all the maps that we've had, it's not the worst of the bunch. Ghost is definitely taking that cake, and 2019 takes that. However, when your maps remind me of Ghost, that is a fucking problem. Scud is fucking trash. I've seen people say that Scud is one of the better maps. I do not agree. Like, who actually thinks that Scud is one of the better maps? Like, it's not okay. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. This is entirely my opinion in this video, whatever. I think that goes without saying. If I'm talking and it's coming from my mouth, that means it's thoughts that I only personally have. I'm not speaking for everybody. However, Scud is horrible. It's way too big, number one, way too big. Number two, I feel like in terms of movement and gameplay on this particular map, it makes no sense. It's not like the game is very fast paced. Like everyone's flying around. It's not jetpacks, but everyone's like sliding around. You know, running to the side, running back, blah 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 blah. And they're using SMGs, the Jackal PDW. But this map kind of like counters that playstyle. So everyone just sits there and like sits on the satellite or like the little piece across from the satellite, that little bunker area. Everyone either sits there or they sit in the other bunker area to like the side of that one. It's just all over the place. That map is just all over the place. And I feel like as far as spawns, that's actually one of the better maps spawn wise, which is insane to me. But in terms of like maps in general, bottom tier Scud. Rewind though. Rewind is fucking garbage. Like, Rewind is such a bad map, bro. I don't even understand what they were thinking when they created that map. I feel like in terms of layout, overall, the layout of that map is just, why would you even do that? Like, why make a map in a shopping center where most of the map is outside of the shopping center? And then the middle lane, because every map, Treyarch, if you played Treyarch games before, every map, their philosophy is to do like the 3-lane thing. You know, you have 1 lane, 2nd lane, 3rd lane, which leads to good gameplay, at least in like Black Ops 2 or like Black Ops 3, you know, games like that. But the 3 lanes, especially on Rewind, the middle lane is the shopping center. Inside the shopping centers themselves, it's a very closed space. So it's like all the action goes on in there, especially like if you're playing hardpoint or like domination. And then outside, there's like really long lines of sights. You're on the side of the stores. And if you're sniping, you can just literally see into someone's spawn and just snipe them from across the map. And it's like usually okay, I get it. But like it's insane in that map. Like the map just does not flow well. It's enjoyable to an extent when you're playing hardpoint, but domination is awful. Team deathmatch is awful. I don't even understand why they made that map, and I don't even understand why they put that in the beta. It is literally one of the worst maps I played in Call of Duty in general. That makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would think by now they would understand and get it down. You know, like, how is it hard to make good maps, bro? You've been doing it, especially if you've been working on this game for 4 years, quote unquote. You make a map like Rewind. I don't get it. Derelict is alright. It's not a bad map at all. Honestly, it's one of the better maps. very close, a lot of clutter. However, like it's very hard to see sometimes on that map, but at least it's one of the maps where the action is kind of non-stop. It can get a little crazy sometimes, but it's not like insane chaotic action. I actually kind of like that map. I enjoy the gameplay on that map. I've had some of my best games on Derelict. Skyline is not a bad map. I mean, I don't really like the way people play on that map. And you know what I think about? Every map has like this same issue. There's so many spots on each map for someone to sit in camp and see like long lines of sight and just sit there with like a sniper or the Jackal PDW, because that gun is insane, and just snipe you from, you're sniping with the Jackal PDW from long distance. You have the pool, and then you have each of the little buildings on each of the sides. They just sit there on each of those sides, and then that little hallway on the side of those buildings. Just everyone just sits there, and then it's like a gunfight between that area and the next area and the pool. And fuck if the hard point is on the pool. Fuck if B flag is there. You're cooked. You're cooked. Overall, the visibility is good on that one, and the spawns are bad, but they're all right on that map. It's just like when everyone is running the same gun and they're sweating their ass off because skill-based matchmaking, it makes that map kind of unbearable. It's so sweaty when everyone's just using the Jackal. It's crazy, man. In like what, the last 2 days, they updated the game and added Face Off. They added Gala and they added Pits. Both of them are not good. Both of them are way too closed, way too chaotic. It's like Shipment, but if you did Shipment the wrong way. And I know a lot of people have like issues with Shipment, and it's like, oh, you're just running around, like you just want to get kills, and that's not real Call of Duty gameplay and whatever. But Shipment at least has a little flow to it, because it's just like a square. It's a square. And when it was the good shipments, I'm not talking about 2019 shipment, I'm talking about Modern Warfare 3, the most recent version of shipment. That's actually not that bad. Also Rust, you know what I'm saying? Like you play on Rust, you know what I mean? Except, you know, the problem with Rust, everyone's camping on that oil rig tower thing. Other than that, that map is actually pretty decent, right? These face-off maps are the opposite. Pits, everyone's just crowding in the middle. You're spawning in front of people half the time. People are running into your spawns. You spawn and then you instantly die because it takes 2 seconds to find somebody, and it's like, okay, maybe that will be good and you get a lot of kills, but that's not the case half the time. And then they put that little upper area where everyone's just camping again. They always have places where you can just sit on these maps. Why do you do that, Treyarch? It's already a map where you're going to die in a very small amount of time. Why make it so that people can hide and kill you once you come out of your spawn? That doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? That makes zero sense. You can have head glitch spots. You can have power positions. Fine. But don't have spots where I have to literally look up to shoot somebody, to kill someone because they're sitting up there. Or the area where, the way you even get to that upper area on Pits, you have to climb up the ladder from one of the spawns, like I think it's the one on the right side. You have to climb up the ladder and you just sit there. And you just sit there and look down and you're just dead. You know what I'm saying? It can literally sit up there the entire game and it's nothing you can do about it. Really nothing you can do about it. It's so annoying. I hate playing on that map. But at least it's not Gala. Because Gala, you can't go Gala, you can't go anywhere. Like, I don't understand. And Gala looks like it will be a decent map, you know what I'm saying? Gala looks like it will actually kind of flow pretty well, except they put that big ass circular area in the middle of the map where everyone could just sit on top of it and camp once again, and then they have like the back areas where people just camp and snipe. It's not Treyarch's fault the way people play this game, but it's also their fault because they encourage it with their little power positions and the way they design these maps. It just doesn't work. You're supposed to get to the action really quick. That's the point of Face Off. But it's 6v6. There's so many people on this map. The spawns are horrible because you're spawning next to people all the time. You spawn and someone is staring at you dead in the eyes. You're spawning and you're looking at somebody in their face like this. This is the spawns. It makes no sense. It just makes playing on those maps very much not fun. I don't know why they have it 6v6. Like if it was 2v2 or 3v3, fine. Or 1v1, fine. Those maps probably be perfect. Probably perfect for some 1v1s. Probably perfect for some 2v2s. But 6v6 on those maps, hell no. Those maps don't work. because it's just a big ass open circle. Big ass open circle, and you can just see everybody as soon as you spawn. They're fucking garbage. I thought I was gonna enjoy it. They really brought the enjoyability of the game down to a 0. Just can't enjoy those maps. I don't even understand why they even put those in the game. Really, it is just complete and utter trash. I've spent a long time talking about maps. I talked about guns a little bit. I said the Jackal PDW is broken as fuck. It is. It's so broken. Maybe the XN4 you can do good with. It's pretty decent. It's not that bad. So you can kind of be competitive with the XN4. But if you want to have good gameplay and not get fucking stomped and not get absolutely shitted on, you need the Jackal. Like, that's the competitive gun. That's the gun that everyone's using. That's the gun that's going to get you the nukes. That's the gun that's going to get you all the good, nice kills. It is by far the best gun in the game, and it's not even like close, and that's a problem. Why is it that there's only one gun that is so far above the others? It's like that blows my mind. That's not balanced gameplay. That's not even good gameplay. If everyone's using the same fucking gun, it doesn't make the game enjoyable. It makes the game fucking suck. I don't want to use the Jackal PDW every fucking game. I don't want to use that. Even in the gameplay that I have going on in the background, I'm using the SWAT, I'm using the AK, I'm using the LMG, the XMG, I'm using Jackal PDW, I'm probably using a shotgun. I don't really use the C9, that one's pretty garbage. Or I use the XM4. Honestly, my best gameplay was with the SWAT. Just kind of funny. But it's like the running gun doesn't really cater to me that much, in a sense. I can do it, but I don't necessarily want to, I don't prefer to play that way. So if I'm being forced to play that way because everyone else is using that gun, and even if I'm long range, and other than snipers, which I haven't sniped at all, I don't really snipe like that, but other than snipers, nothing beats the Jackal PDW long range. Long range, it's a PDW, it's an SMG. It should not be killing, it should not be beating out ARs and LMGs or whoever at marksman rifles at long range. They need to nerf that fucking gun to the fucking ground. Absolutely, at this point right now, they need to nerf. In week 2, that gun better not be good. I'm serious. They're nerfing the guns. Oh, the gun is terrible now. I don't give a fuck. I want to use my other guns. I want to actually use other guns. You know what I'm saying? I actually kind of genuinely like the SWAT, but I feel like it just shoots too slow. I never got the rapid fire attachment for it. I didn't use it that much, but I feel like if you use the rapid fire, maybe makes it better. I don't know. It's not that bad of a gun, but it's hard to use it when everyone's running around with the Jackal PDW and even the XM4, even the AK. Like, I feel like either you buff every gun and make every gun as OP as a Jackal, or you nerf the fucking Jackal. You know, either you make it like NW3, where, I'm talking about the new one, where every gun is kind of good, or you make it like classic NW2, where every gun is fucking broken. You know, you can either do that, or you nerf the fucking Jackal. Because I don't mind. If every gun is broken, if you make every gun like overpowered as fuck and it's killing in 2 shots, that's fine, you know? Like, hey, fine by me. Like, at least I can use a variety of guns, even though, you know, they're all fucking broken. At least I can use a variety. You know what I'm saying? I'm not only just using one gun the entire time to do good. On that note, time to kill. Time to kill is, I wouldn't say it's too quick, because if you like watch like Exclusive Ace, shout out Exclusive Ace, he has like all the stats and stuff. He said that Black Ops 6 is one of the slower time to kills. I don't see that, Ace. I don't see that at all. I personally did not have that experience. I don't know if it's just connection latency. Like, I don't know if it's that. Like, I don't know what it is. Or maybe because everyone's using a Jackal PDW and it's just the best gun in the game and you're dying in like 2 seconds. Maybe it's that. But however, I feel like a lot of times I was getting killed in literally 0.2 seconds before I could blink. But the faster than I can blink, I've died multiple times. You can see in the gameplays. I mean, maybe it's just because I'm trash. I'm not like a pro player. You know, I'm not like amazing at the game. I'm not fucking, you know, Shotzi or fucking, you know, FaZe Clan or some sheer optic. However, it makes no sense that I'm dying in 0.2 seconds. And sometimes it takes like 3 years to kill somebody. And I feel like I have a slower time to kill than the other person. And I feel like that's a connection issue. But that's definitely because a lot of the guns are not as strong as a Jackal. And the time to kill is pretty fast. And personally, I don't really like the fast time to kill games. In the past, I've never really been a fan. Especially like Ghost, I was not a fan of the fast time to kill on that game. You died in like literally 0.2 seconds on that game. wasn't really enjoyable for me. NW3, I believe, the recent one, it was kind of a little fast, I think. I don't know. It might have not been that fast, but I think it was a little fast. Black Ops 4, very, very slow. I love Black Ops 4, personally. You know, I'm one of those people who adored Black Ops 4. I played the fuck out of that game. Hardpoint on that game was just perfect. The flow of that game was just so great. And the time to kill was very fucking slow. It took you a long time to kill somebody, but I enjoyed it. You know, it's more skilled that way. I feel like it kind of counteracts the Call of Duty philosophy, running gun, get kills quick and move on, but it makes it so that you have to keep your aim on somebody for a longer period of time, actually engage in that gunfight movement. You know what I'm saying? It takes the skilled person to actually get a lot of kills in those games. With the fast time to kill, it really doesn't take that much. You just jump in front of somebody, shoot them once, shoot them twice, they're dead, move on, and it's kind of annoying. It's not like game breaking or anything, the time to kill. It's mostly just the connection in that point where it makes it a little unenjoyable. Let's move on. Perks. The perks were alright. The perks are decent. We didn't have ninja. We didn't necessarily need ninja or dead silence in this game because there's no like search and destroy, and the footsteps aren't like insanely loud. You can hear them, so it wasn't really necessary. Ghost is, I gotta use Ghost. I gotta have Ghost. The specialty perk, I didn't really use them that much, to be honest. I used mostly the red one, the one that gives you like, I think, a speed boost and like extra health regen or something like that. That one's pretty good. I feel like the other one where you see through walls, actually wait, let's talk about that one. The one where you see through walls, some bullshit, especially in a game where the spawns are as bad as they are and the maps are as small as they are, except for Scud and Rewind. Seeing people through walls when that person could literally be spawned right across from you on the other side of the wall and you just killed them and they immediately see you through that wall, that's some bullshit. That's some fucking bullshit. I hate that one. It's worse because of the spawns, but if you're gonna have an ability like that, don't make it something where it triggers on every death. It triggers every time. Make it so that it's like a death streak, like in Modern Warfare 3, like the classic one where you have like the little, in NW2 where you have like the little death streaks after you die like, I don't know, 3 times and it pops up. You can do it like that, maybe, but don't have someone spawn every time and just be able to see me through a wall. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. That's really some bullshit. That one's trash. The strategist specialist bonus, it gives you more score when you get on the objective and destroying enemy equipment, and you see through walls, the enemy equipment through walls, basically just a glorified engineer perk. That one's kind of useless compared to the one that gives you extra health regen. That one is just way better. So perks are decent. They're not the worst perk system that we've had in a game. The worst perk system we've had in a game was World War II. Actually, no, wait, no. I think it might have been the recent NW2 one, because then you have to like get like a kill streak or something, or like you get the perks throughout the match. That one's fucking awful. Why do they always change the perk systems in these games? It's like they always, every year, they're doing some new thing with the perks. Leave the perks alone. Leave the perks alone. The perks are fine as they are. They don't need to be changed. I mean, they didn't do that much in this game, so it's not that bad. The other games, they've tried so hard to ruin the fucking perk. Now we're gonna talk about kill streak. Kill streaks are not that good. Only one is like attack helicopter and the Hellstorm missile. The Hellstorm is way too expensive. I don't know why it costs that much to get. It costs more than the helicopter. It's a Hellstorm missile. Usually Hellstorm missiles do not cost that much. Why is it so expensive to get? I was just using the UAV and the counter UAV most of the time, and the helicopter took 2 seconds to shoot down. It's too easy to shoot that kill streak down, so you can't really consistently use it if everyone's just shooting it down. Or whenever I saw one, I just shot it down too. It's like, I'm not gonna deal with that. It's easy to get rid of. I miss the classic Call of Duty days. NW2 where AC-130, like, shit was OP. Alright, the big thing that I've neglected to talk about this entire time, Omni movement. Personally, I didn't feel like it was that effective or that game changing. I remember everyone talking about before the game came out, oh, it's just gonna change the landscape of Call of Duty from now on, like it's gonna be so different. Honestly, yeah, I mean, it speeds up the game, you know, it's kind of awkward running to the side and running backward. It's not as insane as jetpacks. Like, we've already had advanced movement. Like, we literally had a game where everyone was in exosuits flying around left to right, up and down. Like, this is just exosuits, but dumbed down to like a very simple level. It's Advanced Warfare, but boots on the ground, really. And Advanced Warfare, Advanced Warfare was crazy. Like, everyone knows, Advanced Warfare was fucking insane. You were jumping all over the place, up, down, left, right. You gotta look everywhere to go to kill anybody. It was like verticality up to 1,000. Compared to that game, if we've already experienced that, it's not that bad. Like, it really doesn't change the gameplay that much. It's really the sliding that changes the gameplay. You know, if you do like the slide back and you crouch and you do the slide cancel and you like prone backwards and shit like that, okay, you can make some good plays off of the slides. But like, other than that, sprinting from side to side, yeah, it's cool, but doesn't really do anything much. Like, it doesn't really change the game. It's just kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very like weird to get used to. You gotta get used to it, but honestly, it's not like game breaking or, you know, Call of Duty landscape changing as everyone made it out to be. And the diving is just kind of annoying. Like, niggas is diving around corners and shit, and it's like, okay, either you kill me or I kill you. It's the same thing as you sliding around a corner. Honestly, it just looked cool for the cinematic and it looked cool for the trailers, but it's not really like insane in terms of gameplay wise. So the Omni movement, yeah, big addition, big deal, but not really that big of an impact on gameplay. Me personally, I didn't really use it that much. I just kind of still use regular movement. I didn't feel like it's a necessity. I mean, maybe that's a good thing. Honestly, I'm saying it like it's a negative, but now that I think about it, it might actually be a good thing that it's not a necessity, because when you do go back to Advanced Warfare and you go back to Black Ops 3 and like the exosuit jetpack games, it was a necessity to use those. Game was modeled around those things, right? So it felt weird when they took it off in like Advanced Warfare. They had like a game mode where you didn't have exosuits and you couldn't play that game mode because all the maps were made around exosuits, and it was something that was a necessity to even do good. You had to use exosuits, right? In this game, it's not necessary. So maybe that's a good thing. You know, maybe that's not that bad in terms of like impacting your gameplay and your gunplay. Like, you could still do pretty good not using the Omni movement to its full extent. Connection issues, yeah, the connection is horrible in this game. The lobby, the load times, the lobby separate, everything like that. It's just, they need to fix a goddamn connection. It's just, we've had many times where the game crashed. We've had many times where we're kicked out of games, we lagged out, and the whole lobby gets like taken out the game. It's annoying. Fix it, please. I know it's a beta. It is a beta, so it's not that bad, you know, whatever. But if the full game is anything like that, you're cooked. Like, if the full game is anything like that, Treyarch is cooked. Like, Black Ops 6 is cooked. Like, it's done. Because the experience was not that good. Like I said at the beginning, this beta experience was not nearly as well as the other betas that we've played. Nowhere near it. It was one of the worst beta experiences ever. And I feel like in order for the game to be successful, they have to fix a lot of the connectivity issues, they have to fix the spawns, and they have to fix the gunplay. It's that simple. Everything else is alright. The maps aren't game-changingly horrible, like you can't play on them. So, like, they're alright. Like, you can still play on them and do decent. Basis of the game is good, but everything surrounding that, the overall landscape, is not good at all. They need to fix it. Yeah, I think I talked about everything. 40 minutes. Fuck. So anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for the video. This is substantially long. I have a lot to say, I guess. I don't know. I apologize if I rambled. Overall, I didn't really enjoy the beta that much. In little increments, I enjoyed the game, but it wasn't like a overall like amazing experience. It was kind of bad. So I'm not gonna give the beta week 1 a good rating. However, week 2 could be potentially better. It's gonna be an open beta, not closed. And hopefully they make some adjustments to the connection and the gunplay. And also, hopefully, the full game, when it comes out, is actually nowhere near this, and it's substantially better. Like, they take all the feedback and they understand what made the beta bad, and they fix it. Like, simple, just, bro, fix your game. Fix your game, Treyarch. Fix your game. Anyway, that's it. Appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what to do. HOF. You dig.